Good morning, guys. This is my second time making this video because I chose the wrong mic last time and it sounded like crap. So 2 weeks ago I last uploaded and I was 83.5. For some reason that video says I was 17 kilos down. That is not accurate. I'm pretty sure I was 83.5. I must have just misnumbered it. This would be, I think, technically week 15. That was week 13. This would be week 15 of the diet. I mentioned in the last video that I was going to Okinawa and I was going to have a holiday and eat whatever I wanted. And I did. I ate pizza and burgers and fries and, anything I felt like. I tried not to think about the diet, though I still did. I was a little worried that I was going to get back and be, 5 kilos up or something stupid like that. But that didn't happen. I got back and I'd gained 2 kilos. So I'd weighed myself before the holiday, and that was after the previous video. And I think I must have been around 81.7 or something like that. When I got back, I weighed myself on the first day. I was 83.5, which isn't such a bad gain for 5 days of eating anything I want and drinking beers by the pool and stuff like that. So I wasn't displeased with that. I thought that was okay. Within a day, I'd gone from 83.5 to 82.5, which is great. So I'm guessing I'd just maintain some water weight. That was a few days ago. I am now 82. I think the hope in my last video was that I'd be around 81.7 or something like that. I think I probably said that in the video. And I probably did get there, but then gained 2 kilos. So that 81.7, now that I'm at 82, next week I'm hoping to be 81, and hopefully we'll have round numbers. We'll get 81, 80, 79, and so on. I've been getting some compliments in the past week. Other people have been noticing the weight loss, and it's nice, but I don't see it. I'm still taking regular pictures every few weeks with my top off in front of the mirror, and I don't see any difference. But I know there must be, because at this point I've now lost 17 kilos, and I don't think you can lose 17 kilos and not look any different at all. So yeah, the compliments have been nice. I'd like to see it myself. I think a lot of it is still in the belly. So I'm hoping to get down to about 77, and the belly will be massively reduced. Once I reach 80, so that should be in maybe 2 weeks, I'm going to start lifting weights, not to try to gain muscle, but just to get my technique ready, prime my muscles for when I get a few kilos lower and start to build the deficit back up and start to eat more protein and then try to build muscle. I've been doing the same amount of walking. Maybe I've done a little more walking than usual. In fact, with the holiday, there was a lot of walking there. What I am doing whenever I have time, because I work until late at night, I walk for 3 minutes and then jog for 3 minutes and then walk for 3 minutes. I need to do that more consistently. I keep not doing it when I should do it. That's my laziness coming into play there. And there's always some excuse not to do it. So I really want to try to do that daily. I think I am getting 10,000 steps a day or something around that. But the walk and jog will be good for my heart. Just 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off, and give my heart practice of, speeding up and slowing down. Very good for heart attacks. And I have a history of, not me personally, my family has a history of heart issues. So getting ahead of that now would be a good thing. It's just another little thing I can add on to the gains I've made exercise-wise and health-wise. Something that came up the other day, somebody asked me maybe a couple of days ago, because my calorie deficit, I'm in about a 1,600 calorie deficit, so I'm eating 1,400 calories a day. And she asked, do I not feel terrible having so few calories? I wanted to address that because actually the opposite is true. I feel more energetic than I ever have. It could be because I'm eating more vegetables and I'm eating protein. I'm not snacking. I don't drink sugary drinks or anything like that. I'm still drinking this stuff whenever I want some soda, which is a 0-calorie juice, and it's fantastic. So that might be making me feel better. But there's also the fact that 17 kilos down, my body is carrying less weight. So essentially, before, when I was working and I was running and jumping with kids, etc., I was carrying a backpack full of stuff as I was doing everything. And looking at that now, it seems crazy that I was able to have the energy I did. But now when I do my classes, I feel much lighter and much more energetic, especially after a coffee. A coffee really does the job these days. Drinking all my coffee black, no sugar, no milk. Took a little bit to get used to, but I've gotten there. I'm quite happy with a nice coffee now. I think, was there something else that I wanted to mention? No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we're okay for now. I'm going to give you an update next week. By then, I hope to at least be 81 kilos, or to at least have reached 81 kilos, and maybe lower. We'll see. I need to exercise more, I think. Thank you for staying updated and checking out the videos and whatnot. Please leave a comment if you have any questions. My last video had 14 comments that were all spam from some idiot company called Body Lies. So I deleted all those comments and reported them. I got a little bit excited. I thought somebody was asking me questions or something, but no, that wasn't the case. All right, I'll see you next week, guys. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good week. And hopefully I'll see you Sunday. If not Sunday, it will be sometime next week when I have a day off work. Sundays can be quite busy because I have my son, and it's difficult to get time away to make these videos. So yeah, thank you very much.